In the top right spawn here, the Zerg player in the blue. He is Silky. Currently teamless.
And in the red, in the bottom left, this is MacSed.
Still represented by IG for about 7 years. Or maybe it was 8 years. Long time with IG.
Yeah, real long time. 2011, I think we figured out he joined. So, yeah, heading for that TLO award for tenure on a team.
He's on his way.
Yeah.
Now, to start things off with in this game, we already have something to talk about. Is that as soon as the game started, you had 12 probes, 11 went to mine, and 1 went across the map to block that natural hatchery. This thing is a little bit more common right now in PvZ. You know, a lot of astute viewers will notice it. It's just so common for Protosses since around and just before IM Katowice this year. It is usually the first sign of everyone's favorite PvZ build, the Adept Printer. It is actually a good start, I feel like, anyway, if you want to go into Archon drop Prism stuff, the more regular, Robo Twilight Council kind of thing. But of course, it is also commonly the step one of the Adept Printer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been popularized a lot, and it puts the fear into the Zerg early on, because now the Zergs also put onto the fact that that's very much a possibility for them in the future, even if the Protoss isn't exactly planning on doing that. Now, this is interesting from MacSed stashing a pylon over here. MacSed's been very much an Oracle opening kind of guy, maybe 1, maybe 2. Sometimes he proxies that Stargate as well. I remember watching one series from him where each game the Stargate would be built slightly closer to the base. So we'll see how this works out in the best of 3, but it is going to be that proxy Stargate option for him here. And Silky, he's a guy that tends to have lings out on the map a little bit. So I suppose time will tell if he actually spots that structure over there.
Oh, these lings are literally looking for exactly this, and there aren't too many proxy locations. Looks like this ling to the north side is starting to head towards the south here. I might have missed that shift click, and yes, the Stargate will be scouted here by Silky. Really good start. Very good, just discipline from Silky to remember the scout, to just make sure the outskirts are safe, and even having enough lings to slow down this Adept, which is trying to shade back to that Stargate as well, protect it from this ling.
Yeah, really nicely done. And that advanced warning is so useful as a Zerg. Now, you'll notice more links coming out here for Silky. Obviously, with the depths on the map, you need to have maybe a couple of units to help deal with those. However, from the couple of games that I did watch from Silky from the qualifiers, he was quite aggressive with links. He likes to A-move at the Protoss wall in at the natural. He likes to be kind of stabbing at the third and trying to get a denial there. So here he's just kind of wasting the Oracle's time, because the Oracle's got to actually deal with those if he wants to keep that Stargate. So that's a really nice start from him. But I am keeping an eye on that production tab to see if he's going to continue droning here, or if we might see him throw out a few more lings and try and head across the map with that.
Well, it's not just wasting the Oracle's time, it's the energy as well, right? That energy beam's being used defensively to keep the Stargate up against those lings because he had to, which in turn forced him to not have a whole lot left for the drones, and also gave him time to position those queens. So a really nice move there from Silky. The door is open here in the natural at the moment. Silky's lings are just sort of scouting on the outskirts still. Oracle shows up in the natural, and Phoenix follow up here from the Oracle as well. So at the moment, the Oracle has got just 1 drone kill.
Yeah, not great. Really hasn't paid for itself. Obviously, they have ongoing utility so long as they live, and you can always pick off more drones. The Adept's coming in and trying to get some work done here as well, getting an extra couple of kills there. But unfortunately, they do get cornered here against the wall, and they have to tap on out of there. So with the Phoenix follow-up for MacSed, I quite like that, because you'll be able to clean up a bit of the vision. Silky hasn't really gone ahead and pushed that creep out or anything too much. So the overload vision can be kind of important, but Silky seems to rely mostly on these lings patrolling the map to keep tabs on what MacSed is doing, and he's going to see this third base.
Yeah, coming on down to that third Nexus, and there are a couple Zealots to hold that line. The Oracle will have to assist as well. It's too many lings for just 2 gateway units, so activates that pulsar beam, and the third is completely fine here. Tons of hit points on it as well. But Silky is not done. That's just phase one of the plan. Roach Warren is finished back at home. He hasn't made any drones in a minute. He is making a lot of lings, though, and he is holding that Z button and sending those lings across the map to try and make sure this third goes down.
Yeah, getting that roach speed behind this as well, and this will pack quite a punch. If you look at what MacSed has, he's got 3 air units, a couple of zealots, and 1 adept. He's going to really need that immortal coming in. He's got 5 more gates on the way as well. Obviously, in light of that third being finished, he's probably thinking, great, I'm going to get like some mad cash, make mad units. But Silky got a few different ideas here. He stabs in with these links once again. He's dealing with the Stargate in the meantime and getting a scout in the main with the Overlord here, or trying to, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like that front door is being attacked by the lings again. Immortal is going to hold that line pretty easily, but there are a lot of roaches on the way here from Silky. Clearly his idea is to get aggro. Time to send him out across. Charge is on the way, and there are going to be multiple immortals. Will there be a prism to assist? I'm not too sure. I mean, a prism to assist would be really fantastic to be able to fight that third base. Silky actually isn't attacking the third base. He's going straight for the naturals, F. He just wants to try and end this game.
Queens and everything. Maybe get a few more ravages. Yeah, there we go. 4 coming in. And this is going to be a rough hold for MacSed. He does have a couple of the money units and still got those oracles as well. Those are going to be really, really important. But he doesn't have a whole lot of micro potential here for those units. Got to be so careful with how he engages that. Stasis Trap does get a few of the lings. But you see him biding his time here a little bit, trying to just peel off a couple of units here and there to begin with.
Yeah, the Immortals and the Archons getting pushed back to the third base here. The Prism really needs to avoid these Queens. If the Prism can survive, and the Shield Batteries can survive as well, the Prism can juggle Immortals and Archons for quite a while. And even though he's 30 army supply down, he does have +1 attack. And I've seen bigger army supply discrepancies between Protoss and Zerg, with the Protoss still standing in the end. The Oracle's coming in to assist from the sky. Good control in the air units. The Archons and the Immortals are still very healthy here. And that's honestly all that MacSed needs as long as his Prism stays alive. 1 Phoenix goes down. The Oracle also shooting down the hurt Ravagers, taking them down 1 at a piece. And MacSed holds the line there. Even keeps the third base alive.
Beautifully done there. Really exchanging blows with Silky there and doing a great job. Now he's got 3 Immortals and a bunch of charge lots heading across the map with those Oracles still in tow. And Silky's tech hasn't really had a chance to evolve yet. He's thinking about that Spire, but that's well away from finishing in time for any sort of follow-up push from MacSed here if he wants to do a bit of a counter here and force Silky to keep making units instead of droning back up. But he is going to back off. Isn't the biggest army, and you are very reliant on that Warp Prism to help you keep those units alive.
And we see that Silky is potentially in a bit of desperation mode here, going for the Spire and a Hydra Den. And that's a lot of tech to drop at once, along with, an Evo chamber as well. Just keep in mind that Silky's been doing all of this without any attack or defense upgrades. He's trying to do it all at once, but in the meantime, he has to defend against this War Prism with a couple of Archons in it. And there's only 3 Queens for Silky, because it's 2 Immortals, rather. And there's only 3 Queens here, and 2 of them are in the main base. Can he actually deal with these Immortals? So the Roach is coming up, so the answer is yes. Prism will stay alive pretty safely.
Trying to take a 4th base here as well. And, you mentioned he's trying to do it all at once. He's also trying to do it all at once on now 55 drones. It was sub 50 just a moment ago. So he doesn't actually have that much money to invest into this tech anyway. He's got 3 mutas on the way, a bit mineral starved to make any more than that. And the mutas might actually do a great job because MacSed doesn't have all that much shoot up power at the moment. He lost the 1 Phoenix, so it's really just the 2 Archons. Those are going to be really, really useful. However, 3 isn't really going to kill a Protoss army, and he's trying to make Hydras now as well. 9 drones coming out, and MacSed is on his front doorstep.
Yeah, this might not have worked out for Silky. At least the Prism should be able to get dealt with there. He's on that Prism, and the Immortals and the Chargers getting warped in. Look like they got a one-way ticket. And that third base is absolutely under attack. Oh, the Prism going down means no more extra warp-ins, so I misspoke there. There's a fair bit of High Templar energy there, so zoning some Storms back to try and keep that third exposed. And Silky's army, it's not looking too big here, Zeph. I'm not sure if he can hold on. Oh my god, the main base just dies to the Immortals of the charge loss. Looks like they just right-clicked on it. And the third's dead as well. Ugh.
This has
This
gone from
sucks.
bad to worse for Silky. He just doesn't really have a lot to answer with. He's got 5 more roaches coming, waiting for that Hydra range, but he only has a couple of Hydras in this army, looking for a big concave, but the Storm is finished as well, and I think this might be lights out for Silky, as MacSed has just got the stronger army, the better quality tech here. The Queens, the Mutas, the Ravagers all fighting together, but it's too much. GG.
That was a lovely game there from MacSed. Silky having a there was a moment of sort of a power spike for Silky when he went for the big roach attack with the lings. But of course, whenever you do something in StarCraft, whatever you go for, something has to be sacrificed. And the economy was sacrificed. His defenses were sacrificed there for that maneuver. And it didn't do anywhere near enough damage. It needed to kill the Protoss. If you want to attack the natural, you better make damn sure that you win the game with an attack like that. If you attack the third base, it's more likely that you're going to do damage to the Protoss, but you probably won't win right there. So see this positioning for Silky. He's in between the natural. He's in between the third base. Shield Battery Overcharge is also a great new addition here for MacSed. It made a big difference for him, but honestly, he didn't really need it. We're seeing a lot of the fighting out here in the open where the Zerg Roaches and Ravagers are. It's mainly the Prism and these Archons and Immortals with that +1 attack that's keeping him alive. Good control and good usage of the Oracle as well from MacSed to stay alive.
Yeah, that Prism is so important in this. I wasn't sure that he had the Prism at the start of that fight, but man, it paid off really well. And then he just overwhelmed Silky at this point. There's more than he can deal with. He can't really afford to split his army up too easily. He was still trying to do both, produce units and make a few extra drones to get that economy where it needs to be, but unfortunately, that's the risk you take when you're kind of on the back foot in a big way after failing an attack on 48 drones. So very nice first game from MacSed. Really, really smooth.
Yeah, so I mean, clearly Silky is pretty decent CVP, or at least has a really good couple aggressive builds for CVP, because he did get JC 2-0. But MacSed, a bit of a different beast, apparently. Not going to go down as easily. And he is currently on match point and qualification point, as this is the top match here in Group B, the two winners facing off. So if MacSed wins one more map, he is going to be with time in the playoffs. We're going to take a short break. When we return, can Silky fight back? Let's find out together. We'll see you then.
So cast your doubts away. Don't let your feelings hide. Take me home for just one night. Promise I can make you feel alright. Take me home for just one night. Let me light the fire in your eyes. Only night like we're royalty. You and I, we were meant to be. Come with me, let me take you right there. Into the stars. Only night like we're royalty. You and I, we were meant to be. Come with me, let me take you right there. Into the stars.
G'day, mates. Welcome back to the Chinese event here for DreamHack Summer. I am Maynard, with me is Zeph, and we are in the middle of a series between MacSed and Silky. A pretty decisive game number one there. Silky, basically the TLDR is that he went for a big old attack. It's pretty all in when you go for something like that, and it didn't really work out for him. He did minimal to negligible damage. MacSed had so much left over and a big lead left over that he capitalized into a great big counter blow.
Yeah, pretty straightforward game. I thought it was a great start for Silky because he scouted the proxy Stargate nice and early, kept tabs on everything MacSed was doing, but having that plan to go for the roach attack, I don't know, maybe not the move, because it seems like MacSed is pretty solid here. He had really good map vision as well with his air units, and he just didn't really skip a beat there on the defense. However, there was that one dodgy moment in the early game there where we saw the natural door wide open with 10 lings hanging out. So that could have easily looked like a different game if Silky had have noticed that. I do like that he is quite aggressive with his style, so who knows, map number 2 may look a little bit different.
Well, we're going to get amongst it here and see on another big map here if the players can give us something a little bit different for game number 2. Let's get into MacSed versus Silky and start casting some goddamn StarCraft. What do you say, Zeph? Oh,
I say we might need a second. Bit of a pause here in our second game, so we'll just get that sorted out. Hope we have a admin that can translate.
I mean, I see the word mod.
Mod.
So maybe they didn't host GameHeart or the mod's incorrect. We we have a bit of a language barrier between the players and ourselves, so we can't really assist at the moment. Also, I'm not an admin, so I don't have the ability to all speak.
Do you speak any other languages, Maynard?
Tiny bit of German, tiny bit of Spanish. Actually, a tiny little bit of Chinese, but only like sentences and phrases. I studied it in high school, and one of those things, like high school for me was not too bad, but when I graduated, it all just went up my brain. Like, I remember being the best I have ever been at maths and other languages was precisely year 12 exams. And then once I graduated, gone. All of that knowledge completely disappears. And I go into uni needing to relearn maths for my, engineering courses.
Yeah, it's like that. You gotta use that muscle. It's kind of like when you don't ladder for 2 weeks and you come back and you're like, ugh, how do I play this game? Why am I on a 20 loss streak? It's kind of just your ability to retain the knowledge and keep using it. But yeah, I find it interesting seeing what languages people learn at school, because it kind of changes between where you are. Like, I learnt initially Italian when I lived in Victoria, one of the lowest states of Australia, and when I came to New South Wales, it was Mandarin. I went to another school that was German, so you get a bit of a taste.
Yeah, it was Mandarin for me as well, and I think Cantonese is like used more, but I'm not 100% sure on that. My outside of Australia knowledge is relegated pretty much to countries that I travel to often. I've been to China a few times, actually. Unfortunately, every time I go, it is in the middle of a giant heat wave in the middle of the year, and it is incredibly humid in Shanghai, which is where I've been the past few times that I've gone. So do I have a good time? Yes, I do. But am I sticky, icky, icky? Yes, I am. And it kind of puts a little bit of a downer on the whole idea of going out and exploring and experiencing the culture. Going out to getting street food, or going to many restaurants or having a walk around the town just doesn't feel very appealing. I usually want to sit in a giant air-conditioned, brightly lit room, or in my hotel room where it is also brightly lit and air-conditioned. So that's generally what I've been whenever I've gone over to Shanghai, unfortunately. So I haven't really been able to experience China. But yeah, it'll be nice to do that again when everything's settled down and we can go and travel wherever we want again. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Do you have a favorite city to visit for the StarCraft circuits? Will you make enemies if you pick one?
I feel like so far that city is Seoul. So I've been to GSL vs. the World a couple times, and I've been to, BlizzCon luckily had an opening week in Korea, so we got to go to the Afrika Freak studio, or just the Afrika studio, and work there again. And I just fell in love immediately with Seoul and in Korea in general. First time I went to Korea was Gyeonggi for an IEM, which was a bit of a event. It wasn't super great. There was a few issues, but and not a great final. But when I went back, it was straight into Seoul, into the heart of Korea, and it was absolutely fantastic. I just instantly love that city. It actually never sleeps. You know when they say a city never sleeps, that one
Yeah.
actually never sleeps. It is actually 24 hours all the time. There's a bunch of different districts that just have everything you could possibly ask for. Whatever you want to experience, you can experience. You just need to know where it is. And we had
That's
some lovely
wild.
guides, Tasselbubs and Artie McTosis, so excellent guides of that particular city. And it's good to have them on your. It's good to have them as a wingman when you're trudging around in that sound. So, guys, we aren't just catching up on old times. We actually are. We're not well dressed in a production for catching up as much as we would like to. We are actually here to cast games. We're just trying to get into a re-hosted lobby here. We had some issues with the last one. It might have been mod related, but we are just making sure that this time we don't have the similar issue. We're not too sure what the actual issue was. Not 100% on that yet, but all that matters is that we can get the game going and everything's fine.
Yeah, won't be too long. Players look like they're readying up in just a moment, and we'll be into it. I gotta say, we haven't been on the Chinese client before because we don't really play on China and we don't get to cast them that often. The public channels are kind of popping, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know if they have like a lot of spam or something, like people spamming lobby links and stuff. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I actually had to leave general chat. Luckily,
Yeah.
like from muscle memory of being in the English client, I know where which ones leave chat, which ones like join, and which ones like
Oh, I
add friend
type
and
it,
that sort of
yeah.
thing. Just for that sort of thing. I didn't type it, but I just sort of like knew that at the bottom that was leave chat, and I had to do that for general because general was just like you said, it was popping. It's out of control
Yeah.
over there. It's a lot of people in there playing right now. Okay, this time we don't have any pauses. We don't have anyone leaving. Oh, still not. Okay.
Still not. Sorry, folks. We might just need a second here just to get it arranged. I'm not sure what the mod issue is, but bear with us. There'll be more StarCraft soon. PvZ. What do we got coming up after this? Because we do have a couple of matches after this. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit in a moment, but we're going to go to a quick break and get these lobby issues sorted out. And when we come back, hopefully game 2 of MacSed vs Silky will be ready to go. Don't go away.
All the time that you spend, what did it cost? Run around in the full of that chaos. You want a good life, you should make one. Yeah. You show your real side when the day comes. Under the cover of the nighttime, you're trying to speak over the baseline, but I can't hear you, no. I can't hear you, no. Catch you slipping on the FaceTime. Every kiss, yeah, I could taste lies. I don't wanna hear you, no. I don't wanna hear you, no. Can't hide it, no. I'm riding low. Don't wanna know. Here it goes again. I guess I always knew that you're everything you do. Don't know if it's true. I can't believe what you did last night. I can't believe we danced for the last time. No, I don't need you, I need myself. No, I don't need you, I need myself. I can't believe what you did last night. Cause now I see you in a new light. No, I don't need you, I need myself. No, I don't need you, I need myself. All the time that you spend, what did it cost? Run around in the full of that chaos. You want a good life, you should make one. Yeah. Show your real side when the day comes. Under the cover of the nighttime, you're trying to speak over the baseline, but I can't hear you, no. I can't hear you, no. Catch you slipping on the FaceTime. Every kiss, yeah, I could taste lies. I don't wanna hear you, no. I don't wanna hear you, no. Can't hide it, no. I'm riding low. Don't wanna know. Here it goes again. I guess I always knew that you're everything you do. Don't know if it's true. I can't believe what you did last night. I can't believe we danced for the last time. No, I don't need you, I need myself. magic in us is stronger and stronger. It's in your touch. I don't ask much. I don't want a gift. I just need your love. Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it? Can you hear that sound in your heart so loud? Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it? Can you hear that sound in your heart so loud? It's all for you in days like these. Never forget what you mean to me. It's all for you. Do you feel it too? This is the moment your dreams come true. Nothing compares. I wanna show you just how much I care. There's so much I owe you, so tell me where. I'll take you there. I don't need a gift, I just need your love. Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it? Can you hear that sound in your heart so loud? Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it coming? Can you feel it? Can you hear that sound in your heart so loud? It's all for you in days like these. Never forget what you mean to me. It's all for you. Do you feel it too? This is the moment your dreams come true.
Sick and tired of the whole damn thing, yeah. Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Got the belt like a king, heavyweight champion of the whole damn thing, yo. Full of gas, full of spin, Jekyll and Hyde, you're the evil twin. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down, no, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down. No, you're never gonna. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down, no, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down, no, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around, maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown, no, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down, you're never gonna keep me down, no, 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 no. down, down, down.
heard your voice, but still it's not enough. 'Cause I need us. I swear it's the last time I'm going. 'Cause I know we got that something. It lights up the dark at night. So you keep the engine running, and I'll be the headlights. You and me, we're heading for the end of time. 'Cause nothing lasts forever. I'm not giving up without a fight. Watch the stars holding up the sky.
Esports Christmas has come early this year. It's game 2 finally underway with no more issues between Silky and MacSed. Hopefully after this break it makes a difference for this fellow on the top right. Currently down in the series. In the blue, the Zerg. He is Silky.
And his opponent in the red, leading 1-0. This is MacSed.
And he looks so good in game 1 too. Just really slapped back that Roach Sling and Ravager attack. Once again with that very early natural block. His Zergs right at the moment have just gotten a little bit more comfortable. I mean, you never really want to do it, obviously. But the Zergs are just like instantly just going, nope, not delaying my hatchery. Nope. Going straight to the third base location and taking it there instead. I'll get my third later. I'll put it in the natural and it'll be like it never happened.
Yep. Just a hard no on delaying that. And yeah, I feel like if I was Silky, I'd be pretty chill with that idea as well, because MacSed, of course, he could do the Adept, but he seems to favor the Oracle a lot more. We did see him proxy it in the last game as a refresher, or for those of you who are just joining us. And yeah, it did get scouted. He didn't get actually what was it, one drone kill with the Oracles?
Yeah,
but,
just the one.
Yeah, maybe going for a repeat here.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost certainly a proxy Stargate again. So you did your homework, Zeph, on young MacSed. He really seems to really enjoy this strategy. I think you could see in game 1 with that early scout with the Lings fanning out on the map that Silky's like plays MacSed quite often. And he knows. He's like, yeah, you're Mr. Proxy with them Stargates. We're gonna go and we're gonna scout all that. You're not gonna sneak that on me.
Yeah, it's one of the best things to proxy, I guess, because it's not necessarily the end of the world if your opponent finds it. Usually they don't have enough stuff out to really kill it in time anyway, so you still get your Stargate unit out there a little bit earlier. Maybe you have to play cleanup around your Stargate and pylon for a second, but you know, you still got your air units, and there's a reason this has been a staple for PvZ play for so long. It's just so good. Vision, stasis wards, drone killing abilities. What more could you want out of a unit?
I mean, if the Oracle did my taxes, it would actually be the perfect unit of all RTS.
Oh, you're right. It's
love
that
for it to
time.
All right. Getting there. I'd actually need a new carton of milk if the Oracle also bought groceries and delivered them to my house. Then this really is the perfect unit. 'Cause it does everything else. That's for damn sure.
Maybe you could submit a patch change proposal and see if you can get that in there.
Yeah. I'm saying, guys, can we have a Zeph Nard announcer pack and also make the Oracle buy milk? I'm sure Blizzard would listen.
Yeah.
I'll definitely answer that email for sure. Now, this one, you know, the proxy wasn't scouted, but he got blind spores up, so he won't take tons of damage. However, we can already see it started off a little bit better here for MacSed. You can see that Silky, with the Roach Warren coming up, Silky expected not Stargate. Like, if he knew it was Stargate, he wouldn't have made the Roach Warren just yet, I don't think.
I feel like the spores were early enough, though, that he was kind of feeling that early Stargate vibe. He didn't really cut any corners there. And we have seen him quite keen to move out with those roaches, so maybe he wants to go for a similar push. He is making a few more lings here. Now, there are a couple of depths out on the map, but he's got plenty to deal with that at the moment between queens and lings. Looks like he wants to clean up this Stargate again, but I wouldn't be surprised to see another stab at that third, for example. Already 3 roaches on the way here.
Yeah, you might be right on that roach attack call there, Zeph, because this is not looking very good at all economically for Silky. Like, the drones and the adepts haven't done that much damage. They've killed 7, which is good. But Silky should still be on 40-odd workers here at the moment, going towards 50. But he's not. You know, he's up against Stargate, and I see the Queens going for a little bit of a walk. It's a nice time of year here on Eternal Empire. Or on
early.
The Dream, rather. Yeah, they're just getting started early. Like, all right, babies, we'll see you over there.
Ooh, oh no. So MacSed is opening with, well, not opening, following up with the DT shrine behind this. Now, Silky did just pump out 5 overlords. That means a lot of units. We can already see that starting to happen here, along with that Queen March. And if his opponent's going to have DT tech, that's kind of good for MacSed.
Yeah, I mean, DTs are obviously going to be super amazing here. There is just hatchery tech. I mean, you can still do tons of crippling damage to a Protoss even when they have units you can't fight back because you don't have detection, because of the fact that just the DT is a little bit of a slower attack speed unit, and if you have a flood of lings, it takes a long time for DTs to stop those. But the Queens are arriving. Ravagers getting morphed here. The Oracle's seeing this, still keeping those Oracles alive. And Dark Shrine is just moments away from being done. MacSed does have an Immortal. He does have multiple shield batteries. He can shield battery overcharge. I mean, this is going to be close, but I think it should be okay here, I think.
Yeah, should be okay. The Oracles will do some work. Charge on the way. More gateways coming in. First couple of DTs getting warped in here as well. As long as they don't get biled in the face, these have endless potential to whack those Ravagers out of existence. And there we go, already targeting those down. That's a lot of lings, so Oracle going to help out there. We've got sentries for the force field too, so this is going to be a slow defense, but I think he's doing pretty good so far. Cybercore does go down, 2 cannons available along with the shield batteries. And
yeah,
Silky.
I mean, the force fields are really keeping the lings at bay, which is, like I mentioned, the dangerous part of this army. And now that the lings have gone away, and the Ravager count is so thinned out thanks to the DTs, once again, MacSed holds. Now, he did lose his 3rd Nexus this time, so it's like not as unplayable as it was last game for Silky. It is still rough for the Zerg, though, after all that. He did damage. He did a lot there. You know, he picked off a bit of the tech of the Protoss. He picked up the Cybercore. But the thing is, MacSed already has charge. He has Templar Archives anyway, and I don't think he wants, you know, to get Blink or remake the Dark Shrine, which is already made, so he doesn't really need the Cybercore as much anymore. He is remaking it, though. Just in case, I suppose. We got to get to tier 2 structures. You do need the Cybercore.
Yep, another cancel on that 3rd base there for MacSed. So nicely done by Silky, trying to find ways to continue to do damage while he expands his forces here. I thought he might actually take the opportunity to squeeze out a few more drones. However, he only really made a handful extra and then went straight back into roaches, more overlords, more gas. So looks like maybe a part 2 coming up here. Still trying to nibble down at that 3rd base, but MacSed is well positioned to deal with that at this point.
And we've got a Prism with a bunch of Zealots in tow heading through the middle of the map here. The Overlord does see them, but potentially do a bit of damage. That's a real Phoenix as well. It's going to start working on those Overlords. Oracle is just right against the summit of Mount Serral in the top right of the map. And with those 5 Overlords finishing up for Silky, he is once again just starting to amass units. This guy really does not like playing later game. He is all about the aggression here.
Yeah, Max has just been pretty rock solid so far. Now, this army is getting pretty thick with a few C's on the end there. And so it's not over yet. Obviously, the follow-up attack can be just as deadly as the first one. He's got a bit more gas to play with as well. He's already got 8 Ravagers in this mix now. MacSed has discovered that he's basically ready to go here towards the natural base. Got more Immortals producing. In fact, 4 are already out. This will be the 5th one, and he's still got that DT tech. Does he have an Overseer with this? Yes, he does. Okay,
Yes, he
so that's
does.
going to be helpful as well.
Certainly, and it's also a hot target for the Phoenixes out on the map if you want to be able to pick that off. Now, Archons with a shield battery are a lovely duo here, but they do eat some biles. Prism juggling to the backside. Once again, the army of Silky is a lot bigger, but the army of MacSed is a lot better. He has got 4 or 5 Immortals here. Ling streaming into the natural. Oh my god, the Ling's running into the natural in the main base may be a lot more catastrophic for MacSed than this attack at the third with those Roaches and Ravagers. Ling's getting quite a few probes. The Zealots, though, are holding strong. Looks like it's going to get cleaned up.
I think he's still okay, yeah. A few of the Zealots were on Smoko in the main base. They're not really cleaning up those Lings as quickly as they could have. However, I think the shield batteries and the cannon left at the natural base really saved the probes there, only losing 7 in the end, and still got this main force here, able to deal with the Roaches and Ravagers that are continuing to come in. Biles take out an Archon there, though, and he's actually having to back up a lot. Some of the sentries falling, too.
He is indeed, and that overcharged shield battery actually getting mass biled by the Ravagers means it's not going to be able to use its full ability. But again, that's 5 Immortals left with +1 attack, and look at that army supply gap starting to close up. Those Ravagers may as well be paperweights here against an army of this thickness with, again, many, many Cs involved. And there's even a Prism to juggle them if things get from worse to worse. Lift-ups on those Ravagers. The Phoenix may get biled down, and it will indeed. But this is another situation where the third base of MacSed continues to survive. An Oracle continues to pick off Ravagers, and the army, the Protoss, is just stronger. This counterblow is looking very deadly.
MacSed smells blood in the water there. He's going after him. And just regrouping for a second here. With those charge lots, it's so difficult for Silky to actually run away. The Oracle is salt in the wounds there as well. And now MacSed in a great position to push this third base. There's a lot of charge lots here with those Immortals. And Storm is now on its way, so even if he can't push through here, he's going to have that in the next round of attacks. Silky sending another small squad of Lings over to the third while this happens, trying to get some damage done in the background. There's actually nothing here, so going to have to get that warp in. But still on the front lines, those Roaches are getting totally shredded.
They are getting dumpstered by these Immortals. The Immortals also finish +2 attack as do the charge lots. So while he does lose 8 probes the other side there, more drone damage is going to happen over here. I can guarantee you that. And that is not something that Silky can afford. He's already down 11 workers right now. The third base is dead. It's a 2-base Zerg against a 3-base Protoss. And I think it's safe to say that Silky's days are numbered. And he will have to go to the losers bracket here. MacSed is just on the precipice of getting a 2-0 victory. And not even dropping a map in Group B, going to be in that playoff with time as the charge lots come in to push back the Roaches and Ravagers. He's lost a couple of Immortals, maybe getting a little bit lax on that micro there, but it does not matter. He has just done critical damage here to the Zerg.
19 drones killed, and the pickup micro with the Warp Prism, really the nail in the coffin here for Silky. He's desperately trying to get more Ravagers, but it's too much. 3G comes out from him.